Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
Now, Mr. Magazine.
And it is Saturday.
It is? Wow. Feels like it's not, but hey, good for me.
There you go. And it's BOLO Day. And what we do for everybody out there, BOLO, be on the lookout. We give you a deep dive into the last week's sales over on eBay. Tell you the what, the where, the why, and how it will help you. And here's Mr. Magazine.
All right.
The helper.
Thank you. Oh, the helper. Thank you so much. Up we have this is from the Big Model Collection, Ravel Rockwell B1 Bomber 4900, 48 scale. It's a bigger model, big box. Sold for $150, and even if it's opened, it's probably worth $75. So if you can find something like the big models, if they're complete, you want to make sure all the parts are attached. You got the decals, instruction manual. You're good to go.
Now, one thing I want to say, and I defend you on this, is that's a really bad picture. But there isn't anything you can do about it.
No,
because there's a bit of a bowing to the box.
Yeah.
And the way the plastic is.
Yeah.
And the only thing you could do, which you don't want to do at all, would be somehow or other puncture the plastic and kind of get that down a little. But then it takes it away from being sealed.
Yeah, I mean, if you take it off and shrink wrap it, I mean, no one's gonna. I think people that collect these models aren't like Lego collectors. Some Lego collectors buy the box mint, they keep it closed. I don't think airplane model builder is going to keep that closed, so I don't think he cares.
As much, right?
They know what they're getting. They know it's sealed. They know what's inside.
Right.
They're buying it for the contents. They're going to build it.
But I guess my point is that's a bad picture.
Right.
Nothing you can do about it. You do the best that you can in a case like that. Sometimes something just doesn't photograph well. But luckily, the people that buy the models, that's also how the people that buy the models know that it's originally sealed like that.
Exactly, and you can see in the corner it's got the little price sticker, so from probably 30 years ago.
Yep.
All right. Next up, we have a comic book, Night Nurse Number 2, Marvel Moment of Truth, 1972, $50. Can you tell me why? Because I don't know why.
Because and I forget her name, but she's part of the Marvel universe, the
okay.
The TV universe.
Oh, so we didn't say her name, and it's still sold for $50. So I wonder if it's worth more than it was in nice shape.
No, that's about probably what it's worth for number 2. Number 1's worth $100 and something or other like that.
Right.
Yeah, it was one of those that everybody used to laugh at back in the day.
Yeah. Oh,
and then all of a sudden
to me, it looks. I mean, if someone came in with this, I picked it up in some deal, and I think it wasn't on Amazon, so we put it on eBay. That's the only reason I knew it was good. I would never have known that, or bought it for that matter.
Yeah.
Next up, I'm going to get harassed on this one. That's why we're putting it up. Vintage Corgi Toys Hardy Boys.
Hey, who collects
1912 Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost with figures. Ooh. I know children collect little toys and action figures, but I don't know about men in their late 50s.
No, you're right. Hey, how's that Star Wars collection of yours going? Do you have every figure yet?
No, but I don't have any mint cards either that someone's holding for me.
This would have been a nice little trade thing. But hey, I'm sure maybe I'll trade the cards to whoever got this.
Hopefully they don't pay. Next up, Monogram. This is from the model collection again. Monogram Battlestar Galactica Space Fighter Raider plastic kit. I think this is an original, and surprisingly, there's only one for $30.
Oh, no, that's low, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking 50 plus. I think we had it priced at that, and I did take an offer.
Now, was that something?
Oh, this is why it was opened. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Look at the next picture. Yep.
But was that one of those things too that not warehouse fine, but like that they overproduced? And they didn't sell as well as they thought they would.
I think what happens with these, and even the ones in the 70s, the originals, and I think the ones in the 60s and 70s are worth big money sealed. But like, say this came out in the late 70s, early 80s, and then they remade it, it kind of takes this value down. So you can get the same thing new for maybe $15-$20 when, if you're going to build it, you're going to build a new one, not that, so it might drive the price down a little bit.
Okay.
Yep. All right, next up. Power Rangers, Lightning Collection, and Space Ecliptor Astronomy. Sure it is. Yep, 2-pack. This is a newer figure. I mean, I don't know. It was on the shelf. Yeah, it's not that old. It was on the shelf recently. Yeah, $90 it went for. It's probably something you can find out there. And again, keep an eye on the figures, because if you see them loose, they're probably worth $20 a piece at least.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy. Next up, the original Space Jam Michael Jordan Bugs Bunny figurine. This is a box set from Warner Brothers store in 1996, and I took $90 on this one. Very cool.
Can I see another picture of it?
Sure.
See if I've seen this.
Yeah,
no, I haven't seen that before. Okay, so that's a good sized piece then.
Yeah, Bugs Bunny's happy and Jordan is not, but hey, I know what's going on there. All right.
If you had to play second fiddle all the time.
Exactly. So that's a $90 space item. And this, lastly, we have another space item that went for $5,000.
Oh, I got that out on my porch.
Exactly. Space Mountain Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom bucket seat number 18. This is an original piece. Customer walked in my store. Worked at Disney 20 years ago. They offered these items for sale when they replaced them with newer ones. The price sticker is still on there somewhere. He paid $10. I paid more than $10, and the buyer on eBay paid a lot more than $10. So I did have the blue cushion part custom built to match the original one. It didn't come with it, but it's incomplete right now. So very cool piece. I was going to consign it to Heritage, and I said if it doesn't hit $5,000, I'm going to send it to Heritage. But I had some people at the end, make some offers. I said I think it might hit it. It hit the $5,000, so we're going to sell it through eBay.
What size is that?
It's pretty big.
Thank you.
I would say, geez, I don't know.
I guess my question is how are you shipping that out?
Yeah, because the size, it wouldn't even come through on the thing. We're going to send it out, obviously, UPS. We're going to get a big box and
so it will fit in a big box.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably got to be
it's
2.5 feet. Yeah, say 2.5 feet square or something like that. Yeah, I don't think it's 3 feet anywhere, but it's big, but I think we'll manage. Wow. I did tell the buyer, give me a couple days. We got to find a box sturdy enough because it is fiberglass. It certainly can crack if they drop it.
I would just throw a label on it and send it.
You think so? Okay,
yeah, the driver could sit on it the whole way down and then drop it off on the porch.
Treat it like a hockey stick. Okay, you got it. Bubble wrap it.
Exactly. First item I have today. Auto Review Show Program, Rochester, New York, 1975. Mickey Garcia, Evel Knievel.
That's Kiki's sister.
You see these?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
You see these things
cool.
out there?
Those, yeah, cool.
You definitely do see them. Why I didn't put a picture of the Evel Knievel, I will never know. Must have forgotten to put that picture up. But I did get the $32 out of it. The person emailed me, asked me the size on it. I didn't feel like pulling it out of storage. I said standard magazine size, which is truly the size. He went and bought it as it is, said thank you and bought it. If you live in or near a large city, you would have had one of these near you back throughout the 70s. The auto shows, they went around. I did get a couple from Syracuse, a couple from Rochester. I'm sure they're out there for Buffalo as well. It was almost like a circuit where, this week they're in Rochester, next week they're in Syracuse, the week after they're in Albany, and so on. So these kind of things are out there, and to get $32 for something or other like that isn't bad at all. You can find them out there, pay about $1 for them in estate sales.
Also, the playmate was signing autographs. Did she sign it in there? Because
she did not. Yep, it would be. Yep. And that is another thing. Thank you for that. That is another thing to look for on things like this are autographs. Same thing when you get programs to anything that like had sports stars and all that thing at it. Always look for autographs. You just absolutely never know who might be in there.
Yeah.
Next thing over here, that's worth $32. This is worth $28.
Oh, nice.
The Nikon Guide to Digital Photography with Cool Pics 3100 camera manual. Paid $1 at most for it. May have paid a little less than that at a sale. Yeah. Picked up a bunch of camera manuals. It was actually, and I mentioned this over on the live show, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Wednesdays, about how a local not-for-profit art studio had a twice-a-year sale. And we're selling off things that they didn't need, and they had a whole bunch of camera manuals.
Cool.
So I bought a big pile of them, and I said, over time they'll sell, and sure enough, this sold for $28. So
awesome.
I don't know what the camera's worth.
It's a cheap camera, but it's probably worth as much as that.
It's a manual, that's my point.
I would say,
Yep. So cool. You never know. You can find things like that out there. And a lot of times, if you go to estate sales, people will have a lot of different manuals and all that stuff together because they don't want to throw them out.
Yeah.
And the camera may be long gone, but they've still got all the manuals. So if you find a pile of manuals there, bring them up to the person and go, you got all these manuals. What do you want for it? And they'll probably tell you $5 for a pile of them, and you can make some pretty good money on it.
Well, would you pay on this one $1?
Yeah.
So this is the rare Nikon one. If you find the Nikon one, it's probably half price.
Probably, yes.
Gotcha.
Wow. The New Republic, November 7th, 1914, first issue.
Wow, nice.
Cotton Crisis, German Strategy. Picked this up in Allentown. Do check out the haul video if you have not already. Paid $1 for this. It was somebody's dollar table over at the Allentown Paper Show.
You knew what you were doing.
No, actually I didn't. I had no idea at all it was the first issue. I just said, that's got to be worth $1. It's 1914.
That's why you knew what you were doing. You knew it would be worth more than $1. So.
Get home, and I started doing a little bit of research, and I said, wait a minute. This is the first issue.
Yeah.
Wait. Tried to do some research. Couldn't find any of them out there. Doesn't have particularly good content. That being said, it is still being issued today. So I threw $82 price on it, and somebody wanted it at auction. So is it worth 50, 75, 200, 100? I don't know. I felt happy getting 82 out of it, and it went for that. So
you should have did the old New Republic, because then you would have got all the Star Wars fans clicking on it. You got a lot more hits.
Yes, I would have. And then I would have had girl trouble.
Cool. Whoa, yowzer.
We've showed this a long time ago. I don't know if you remember this or not from the channel.
Oh, you're talking to me? I thought you were talking to them. I've never seen this in my life, but yeah, very cool.
Yep, we did it on the channel. I brought it down when we were still shooting out of the warehouse.
Cool.
Graded poster. And I don't know if you remember or not, it is super flimsy.
Yeah, I do remember.
It is super flimsy.
How big was this again? It was big, right? It wasn't like a...
11 by 16.
Oh, is it? Okay. But yeah,
Yep. 11 by 16.
I do remember this now.
I think I paid $30 or $40 for it at Heritage.
Cool.
For whatever reason, for about a month, they put posters in their comic auction. And I said, that's a really dumb place to put them.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they listened to me, and they took the posters out of their comic auction, and they're not there anymore. But I was able to scarf this one up at a good deal and sold it for $122. After fees, after everything, I still at least doubled my money on it, so
Yeah.
you can't argue with that. And it took 2 years to sell, a year and a half to sell, something rather like that. Well, the other reason why I bought it back in the day was because I said, I want to see what it's like to have a graded poster. Because, again, I didn't know that it was super flimsy. But kind of neat, and I don't know who any of the bands are. But somebody out there did. And that's the important thing.
Yeah.
And the final item we have, Mr. Magazine's kicking himself because he threw away hundreds of these as well. The Miami Metro Zoo Brochure, Florida 1986 Zoo Animals. $24 for literally a brochure. I know a few weeks ago I brought you a different Miami Zoo item that went for $20-some. Miami Zoo stuff sells. For whatever reason, Miami Zoo stuff
Within
sells.
6 feet in Roy's tiger, too.
Is it really? Or
It looks like it.
Oh, all right. I don't know. Montecore. But yeah, so if you see a lot of zoo stuff does not sell, for whatever reason, the Miami Zoo is one that definitely does sell. So do pick those up, and you will find these out there. And this isn't even that old. It's 1986. I mean, I guess it's 35 years old now, 37. But it's not old compared to what people think of as being old, 60s, whatever.
Yeah.
They're out there. And again, you will find a bunch of different Florida stuff together. All together in one vacation lot at an estate sale. Bring the whole thing up and go, what do you want for it all? In fact, a lot of times what the estate sale people do is they take it all and put it in a bag. And they'll be like, bag of brochures, $10. And you'll be looking going, there's like 25 items in here.
Right.
You're paying 40 cents a piece for them. Those deals are out there. Definitely buy them when you find them. And definitely hit the like button.
Sounds good.
We'll see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.